Hello, my name is April. I am starting a YouTube channel to help those seeking healing. I am 44 years old. I have one son who's an adult. He's married. They're living a happy life. But I literally started my healing journey with God at 26. I was having a lot of health problems. I was falling apart. I didn't know if I was coming or going. I couldn't feel. I was just numb. Um, I have educated myself in so many ways. I professionally was a certified nurse assistant. I didn't, I loved what I did. I loved my job. I loved my son, loved being a mom. But I just felt like I wasn't, I don't know, I just didn't feel like I was where I needed to be. I didn't know what my purpose was, I guess. So I went to church, tried to find God there, started reading godly books, started literally absorbing and reading, trying to be a better person. Because a lot of people, if you met me, I was very cold, very shut off. I just was going through the motions, work, taking care of my kid, taking care of the house, work, again, all of the same thing over and over and over. And I just felt like I was failure. You know, to tell you a little bit about myself, I quit school. Well, let me back up. I'm sorry. Both of my parents were separated. My father had custody of me because my mother was unstable. That's what I was told. I was being sexually molested by family members. My father ended up molesting me. I ended up telling about that. Then my mom got emotionally stable enough through a organization called Center for Mental Health. They helped her get on her feet, get on the right medications, and then she got custody of us when my father went to prison for molesting my sister and I. I'm not trying to give you a long, laid out detail because I'm 44 years old now, and life still throws punches at you sometimes. I've made a lot of mistakes. Um, I had to work through those. I finally ended up at 26. I gave my life to God. I got baptized. Told God I want Him in control because I was just fucking up my life. And I go to God the same way I go to you. I cuss. I cry. I very forward with God. I don't sugarcoat nothing. I am a straightforward person. What you see is what you get. Don't ask me a question you don't want the truth to. I do not believe in the church. I do not believe in the Bible. I only believe in God. I do not believe Jesus is the Son of God. Jesus is a consciousness we are meant to follow, to love one another, to see each other as brothers and sisters, and to truly embrace one another as one. God is our denominator to be one with Him. We are all one with Him. And when we get into that consciousness that God is our essence of life, of all living creatures, and that was hard for me to wrap my head around for a very long time because we all are programmed that Jesus is the Son of God. But that is not true. Jesus is a consciousness, and He was a foundation for all of mankind to adapt to. And it's going to take a lot of you to get to the realizations of that. But it will come to you if you start insourcing your information instead of outsourcing your information. God's word, true living word, is within you. And when you pray, God hears you. When you meditate, you can listen to God. And when you want to know something, you go into meditation with that question and you just ask the questions, and God will tell you, God will reveal, God will show you, God will literally be the foundation of your knowing. You'll just know it's right. I'm an empath. I know when people are lying. I know when people are being evil and deceitful and just downright ugly. And that was really hard when because I wasn't raised with God. I wasn't told I had to be this or that or anything. We just didn't. We celebrated Christmas and Thanksgiving and 4th of July and all those, supportive holidays. But when it came down to it, I wanted to know the truth. So I seeked God's truth. I literally asked God to hear with his ears, see with his eyes, understand with his understanding. Each time I went to God, the more he revealed. And that's how God works. He didn't want us to go outside of ourselves to find truth. We didn't have a manual because God is within us. We are our own personal manuals. Your flesh is just a vessel to be here on earth. You don't need it any other time. It's only for you to be physical. God is not a being. He is an essence of life. And I'm just trying to help people understand that the more you do the work and listen, the more that is revealed. I turn to God more than anybody I know, to anybody. I trust God with everything in me. I don't even care what anybody else says. God is the only foundation that I need. I love my family. I've lost the majority of them because they think I'm crazy and insane, which fine with me. Be my guest. I love you, and I will love them from afar. And that's how you will learn to do as well. The awakening, as they call it, is a process, and it's going to be hell. Literally, I'm still going through the awakening. It started at 26. I still have struggles. I still deal with daily. Devil doesn't need to get his sinners to follow him. They're already following him. He only needs to get God's children. So remember that. The good thoughts are from Satan. The positive thoughts are from God. The more you mentor your thoughts, the more you can eliminate Satan. The more you can bind him to the core of hell. So you need to get into that mentality of thinking. Every time a negative thought comes in, you need to bind it to the pits of hell, because that's not a part of you. You are a part of God. You need to make sure you structure your mind to build you, not tear you down. I know how hard that is. Again, I've been on this journey since I was 26. This did not just start. It's going to be a process, and it's going to be your daily job to do. I'm here to help you and give you guidance and give you the wisdom, because God does work through me, and I appreciate everything that he bestows on me and the tool set that he gives me to help you. But you have to do the work. I will not hold your hand. You must do it. I've set out, this book has a lot of great information in it. The same things that it's coming out of my mouth, I've put in the book. I will share a lot of my story with you, but, because I know how hard it is. I know the depths of people's pain. I have a wheel of emotions that teaches you, the base of the emotions, but what is connected to those, I want to teach you and help you work through and understand. And, you must address each emotion. You must address the feeling of that emotion. You have to work through it. It's a process. This is not going to be overnight. You will not be healed overnight. I cannot stress that. You will not be healed over. Nobody has been healed overnight. They've all had some steps they've had to take. Yeah, maybe it was they stopped drinking after 25 years instantly, but it still took a process. It took them doing something to believing that they could do it. Your belief in yourself is what's going to help you or hinder you. I can't stress that. Your belief in yourself is what's going to stop you, because if you can't believe that you can do it, you won't do it. Your mind will tell you 20 different reasons why you can't. But when you start telling yourself you can and you want to, you will start applying the tools that God gives you, and you will. You'll start moving forward. You'll start doing the things that need to be done. You'll you'll see yourself progressing. It will be slow, it will be steady, but as long as you do it daily, if you work on it each and every day, but are the only one that can do it. No one else can do it for you. I can only provide you the information. I can only assist you in the tools that I have to give you. But it will take a process. And as long as you're determined and willing to do whatever it takes, you will heal. It will be a process. And you'll be able to understand the triggers that trigger the, the negative process that happens when you go through a trigger. But once you learn how to breathe and work through it and set yourself free, you'll set yourself free, which is essential. I can't say that it won't ever trigger again, because it will, but now you'll have the tools to work through it. And that's what's essential about healing. You must have the mindset, you must utilize the tools, and then you must keep moving forward to learn everything that works, because sometimes, depending on what triggers your PTSD or your pain, is how successful you'll be, because it's not one tool fixes all. It's just like all the tools in our toolbox. You can't use a screwdriver to fix everything in the house. Sometimes it takes a hammer, sometimes it takes a pair of pliers, a flat Phillips. It's all gonna be on what we take. Sometimes it will be just sayings that you need to say all the time to get you through, to move forward, or to get you through a trauma. Sometimes it may just be a hug. Sometimes it may just be you taking control of your mind and not listening to the lies that Satan tells you. I will work through that with you. I will help you and guide you. This is my first video, so I just wanted to introduce myself, and I'm hoping to do a couple more. I think I'm going to do one on decluttering your mind and decluttering your house, because a lot of those are essential with helping heal as well. If you don't have the things that trigger in your home and in your environment, that helps. So I will do another one on decluttering and positive affirmations. There are really good YouTube videos out there on positive affirmations. You need to literally set yourself free of the negative ones. Get in the mindset of monitoring your thoughts and using these positive affirmations to help retain better self-talks with yourself, because that is going to help you keep moving forward. And you need to post these positive affirmations throughout your house, in your bathroom, in your bedroom, on your mirror, in your car, on your phone, wherever you're going to read them. That will help you get you through the day, because we talk to ourselves more than we talk to anybody. And I have made those self-talks to God, because I'd rather have God's guidance and wisdom than myself, because sometimes I just am so hard on myself and I just need wisdom. He works through me all the time. And you got to remember, God is a male and a female. So sometimes I will address God as she. And in my book, I did do that. She. Masculine and feminine is the balance. We all have masculinity and feminine in us. And you will turn to whichever you identify with. So just remember that. There is no wrong or right way to identify with God. You just God. And you can go to God just like you do your friends. Go to Him when you're upset. Go to Him when you're sad. Go to her when you just need to be lifted up. Just do what needs to be taken. Take the steps. I know how hard it can be and how judgmental people are, but God is your best friend. God truly will teach you things about yourself that nobody else can teach you. The more you turn to God, the more He reveals. The more you turn into God. God is not an outside source. He's an inside source. Please remember that. God is not an outside source. He's an inside source. So the more you go within, the better off you are. I love you, and I look forward to getting to know everyone. God bless you.